They used to be the most amazing musical love story, complete with a golden couple. They were in charge of Oklahoma and, despite all the odds, the most successful duo of all time were Californian punk princesses. There was no denying Gwen Stefani and Blake Shelton's connection when they first met on The Voice in 2014. Blake and Gwen were recovering from their divorces from Miranda Lambert and Gavin Rossdale, respectively, while Gwen was going through menopause. The thing that held them together was their common fragility. Because of their mutual fragility, their odd pairing developed into one of Hollywood's most charming romances. However, the murmurs of trouble are now more audible than ever, almost 10 years later. Those with knowledge claim that the once inseparable pair is now leading radically different lives. They might be jeopardizing their $400 million empire, from the most delicate notes to the most ethereal harmonies. According to Woman's Day, the once passionate couple has apparently become more emotionally distant over time. According to a trustworthy person with knowledge of the matter, they have been living different lives for a while. According to an insider, while Blake, who is 49 years old, continues to be deeply anchored in Nashville, he is concentrating on his work with country musicians and his ongoing projects with Keith Urban. The 55-year-old is currently living in Sin City with No Doubt. It appears that the emotional distance that has developed between them over time is reflected in the physical distance. According to the insider, Gwen and Blake are just two people that are completely different from one another. They took great pleasure in being at odds with each other for a considerable amount of time. It was exciting and endearing. However, that one point of difference is now a controversial topic after almost a decade. While Blake enjoys spending time on his ranch in Oklahoma, where he can fish unhindered and throw barbecues for his closest friends, Gwen adores the neon lights, high fashion, and creative chaos of Sin City. The rock queen and the carefree cowboy, who were once a charming contrast, now appear unable to bridge the gap that has grown between them. Love-related lyrics become a lament for being alone. Fans realized something was artificial intelligence when Blake released his emotionally charged song Hanging On. The lyrics of the song, which talked about leaving a relationship but keeping some sort of connection, confused some on social media. Blake clarified that the movie was not autobiographical in an interview with Access Hollywood, saying with a faint smile, "I hope." However, Gwen swiftly followed up with her own poignant ballad, Still Going to Love You. The lyrics of the song contained words that affected the emotions of the listeners. You can turn me away. I shall always love you. The audience saw right once that it was a subliminal plea for peace. The duo has been completely silent ever since, despite their previous recognition for their funny red carpet performances, matching clothes, and gushing social media adulation. Their final public appearance together was at the Grand Ole Opry Centennial celebration in March. Blake performed while Gwen was in the front row, clapping joyfully. Nothing has happened since then. Neither of you will take a selfie or make any sexual remarks beneath the other person's photo while on a date. The physical distance between them has both a personal and a professional component. Insiders close to the couple claim that by returning to her artistic roots, she has rekindled her creative spark. It's clear that Gwen has been putting her all into her residency and the performances she's been doing. Her nights are filled with sold-out shows, while her days are spent rehearsing or setting up fashion partnerships. Blake's life currently revolves around his Nashville studio, his new endeavors with Keith Urban, and his cherished ranch in Tishomingo, Oklahoma. He has reportedly been spending more time with old pals and less time on social media. They are not fighting, according to the person who shared the information. They've vanished just now. In contrast to Gwen's hectic world of flashing lights and cowherds, Blake lives in a peaceful world of fishing and serene scenery. They used to get along well, but now it's making things tense. As the holidays approach, the couple's friends are hoping for a reunion. According to the source, they have been 2,000 miles apart, totally secluded, and have not spoken to each other for the past 6 months. Everyone is watching them, hoping they will get in touch before it's too late. On the other hand, pretending that everything is all right would be absolutely absurd. $400 million mark the question. This will be a terrible narrative that ranks among the most expensive divorces in Hollywood history, if the rumors are accurate. Gwen and Blake are said to have a fortune of approximately $400 million while they're together. Through her LMB fashion company, lucrative sponsorship partnerships, and decades of chart-topping success, Gwen has amassed a sizable fortune. However, Blake has amassed a country music empire that includes platinum-certified albums and The Voice season revenues that once reached $13 million. The couple has numerous residences, including their $13 million in Nino estate. Blake also owns a sizable ranch in Oklahoma. They also enjoy investing well in the entertainment, wine, and leisure industries, and have a fondness for luxury cars. Even though they are quite affluent, they have always taken pride in the fact that they have prioritized love over money. Gwen once remarked, "I don't care about fame or money. All I care about is my best friend." She made this remark during the better years of her life. Fans are left wondering what happens to the character who was once closest friends. Nashville's beginnings at the end of the Las Vegas Strip. One cause of friction between the two individuals, according to persons with knowledge, is their different career paths. Her reunion has definitely rekindled Gwen's youth. She reverts to her rebellious pop-punk character amid the neon lights of Las Vegas nightlife. Blake, on the other hand, has made a conscious decision to relax ever since leaving The Voice in 2023. He has made the decision to take care of his farm, live a quieter life, and concentrate on his music. A Nashville source claimed that Blake was tired of being the center of attention. He longed for quiet time and treasured time with his loved ones. On the other hand, Gwen is flourishing in the chaos that the stage invariably delivers. In summary, they're going through distinct phases of life. Blake claims that drinking a drink on the ranch as the sun sets and listening to crickets are both examples of bliss. In contrast, Gwen's "My perfect happy ending" consists of sequins, a bright light, and excited onlookers. Yes, both of you are correct. However, it can be difficult to synchronize two songs that are in different keys. A therapeutic love tale. When they fell in love in 2015, their shared suffering gave rise to magic. They stood by each other through stardom, public scrutiny, and the breakdown of their marriage. Gwen once told Harper's Bazaar that she was taken aback by the revelation. "Then this individual saved me from my situation. I was broken when they came into my life. Their relationship was more than just emotional. I felt better thereafter as well." Blake was voicing similar sentiments when he declared, "Gwen saved my life in 2020. Only someone who is going through this chaos at the same moment as you could possibly understand it." Almost instantly, their quick courtship became the buzz of The Voice. When their on-screen romance turned into a real-life engagement, fans were overjoyed. "Nobody But You" and "Happy Anywhere," two of their duets, were sung with great affection. In 2021, they were wed in a tiny, private ceremony in Oklahoma in front of friends, family, and wildflowers. The lack of words says a lot. The silence is stifling right now. Fans are concerned about their social media silence because they used to be a pair that couldn't stop swooning over one another. It appears that they have vanished from each other's online lives, according to someone who follows them on Notes. They used to be so adorable, whatever happened. According to some supporters, they merely want to maintain privacy because they are sick of being in the spotlight. Some people believe that absence speaks louder than denial. "You can tell when two people are done," remarked one of The Voice's most devoted viewers. "The story will be told by your eyes." Blake used to get delighted when she was mentioned. It's different now. Are there any grounds for optimism? Even though there are tragic stories, there is still some hope for the future. Despite their exhaustion, Gwen and Blake have always been fighters, and their love has never wavered, according to their closest friends and family. An informed source claims that they are not angry. They are merely attempting to rediscover who they are. Sometimes people need time apart to relearn what it was about a romantic connection that first drew them in. There may be a reunion this holiday season since they are anticipated to spend the holidays in Los Angeles with Gwen's sons, Kingston, Zuma, and Apollo. According to an insider, Blake loves those sons as much as his own. It is possible that this link will be the final element that reunites them. Recently, Gwen and Blake have remained silent about the rumors. By avoiding the tabloids and defending the narrative they have created together, they may be attempting to preserve what little they still have. That is beyond question. Whether they are going to end their marriage, which will cost them $400 million, or they are simply weathering the storm, their love was born into the spotlight, but it was nourished by something very real. This may be the last message. Nevertheless, it will always be a part of their music because it appears in every song about love, grief, and second chances. The popular line in the song is, "You can push me away, I wholeheartedly concur. I shall always love you."